Hi y'all, thanks for watching. I've got some questions about the blades that I use out in the woods and in camp. And so I just want to make a quick video to discuss those. And I'm going to try to make it quick, but we'll start here. I've only used two stainless steel blades. The other three are carbon steel. But this is an Openel number 8 Slim. This knife resides in my cook kit. This is what I process my food with. It has a super thin, flexible blade. I don't know if you can see it on the handle. It says number 8F, which I have a big Openel fillet knife, and it's F as well. So I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say the F is for fillet. This blade is a little bit too small to fillet anything other than a minnow, probably, but it wreaks havoc on vegetables and meat in the camp. So this one just resides in my cook kit. If you're not familiar with Openels, they have this locking collar here so that you can lock the blade open, line it back up, close it, and you can also lock the blade closed where it won't, if you happen to carry them in your pocket, they won't open up. So again, this is number 8 Slim with the olive wood handle. The next stainless blade I have is a case knife. This is the Case Sod Buster. Decent knife. The blade doesn't lock, so I won't scratch a ferro rod or anything with it, but holds an edge pretty good. It's a good sized knife. It's good for processing wood, short of batoning, but to make some cut you off little pieces or make feather sticks and things. I have processed food with this blade as well. This knife occasionally is an everyday carry for me. Those are my only two stainless blades that I use. Next is another Openel. This is just the regular number 8, whereas this one over here is the number 8 Slim. This is just a regular old number 8. Again, the locking collar. It's a good knife. The blade is thicker than the Slim. It's still got a little flex to it, but it has a good spine. And since it locks, I'll scrape a ferro rod with this one. This one has a beechwood handle, and the beechwood has a problem that if the handle gets wet, it can kind of swell up, and it's real hard to get the blade out of the handle. So they're designed with at the bottom of the handle. What that shape is for is if that's the case, if your handle's got wet and it's swollen and you can't get the blade out, if you hold it by the collar and just tap it on something hard, it can help get that blade out. There's actually a fancy French word for doing that, and I'm not even going to pretend like I can pronounce it. But it's such a common thing, I guess they got a term for it. If you're not familiar with Openel knives, they were designed in the 1800s as kind of I don't want to use the term poor man's knife, but pretty much definitely a working man's knife. It's super simple. They only have 5 components. The handle, the part that keeps the blade in the wood. There's a pin, the blade, and this locking collar. There's really not much to them. It's just a super simple design and a great blade, and it holds an edge like it ain't nobody's business, man. I put this on a diamond stone and get it kind of sharp, and a few licks on the strop, and that thing's plinking hair. These are really good knives. This also finds itself as an everyday carry, along with the Case Sod Buster. The next knife is the Case Trapper. As well, this one has carbon steel blades and also finds itself as an everyday carry. Trapper models, and lots of different knife manufacturers make a trapper model. They typically have 2 blades, a spay blade and my goodness, I just forgot the type of blade this is. Anyway, I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comment section. This again finds itself as an everyday carry for me. And I clean. This is what I clean my small game with. specifically this blade, because you can do some cleaning. They hold a good edge, and you're not really worried so much about stabbing your critters. I've had several of these through the years. I mean, you almost can't beat a case knife. And finally, the workhorse of camp for me is the Moore Garberg Carbon. This knife gets used and abused and batoned. It's a full tang knife. I've processed food with it. I've literally done everything. Scrapes a ferro rod very well. The two case knives do not have locking blades, so I really don't scrape ferro rod with them. The Openel number 8, the regular number 8, I will, although I don't like to, but I will scrape a ferro rod with that. But this one here, this is the workhorse of them all. Now, my knives and the leather, I treat them all with ballistol. You know, so this case is actually kind of, the sheath is kind of beat up, but it has looks pretty new. I mean, I treat it with ballistol. Actually, I need to get up around the snap a little bit better with it, but ballistol is good for leather, for metal, locks, rubber, firearms. Till I clean my guns with ballistol. Just kind of do everything with ballistol. But anyway, again, short video. These are the blades that I use in camp. This one almost always just stays in my cook kit. These three, they find themselves in and out of my haversack or my pocket for everyday carry. But if I'm in the woods, more than likely this is in my pocket and one of these two is in my haversack, and the other one might be in my backpack, and that one's on my belt. So got those blades. Anyway, try to make that as short as possible. Thanks for watching.